Do you often wake up in the middle of the night with a sharp, painful cramp in your leg? It comes out of nowhere, wakes us up suddenly, and leaves us holding our leg, trying to make the pain stop. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Nighttime leg cramps are a common problem for many seniors, and they can make it tough to get the restful sleep we all need. But here's the good news. There are a few simple tricks we can do before bed that may help stop those cramps from happening. In this video, we're going to share 4 easy bedtime tips that are safe, natural, and could help us sleep better and wake up with legs that feel more relaxed. So, without any delay, let's begin with tip number 1. Doing a simple calf stretch before bed. Have you ever noticed how tight your legs feel after a long day? That tension builds up more than we realize, and when we finally lie down to sleep, the lack of movement and slower circulation during rest can trigger those sharp, sudden cramps in the calves. That is why stretching right before bed can make such a big difference. But how does this help exactly? First off, it helps by loosening tight muscles. Think about everything your calves do for you during the day. Walking, standing, even just shifting your weight. All that use causes tension to build up. And as we age, our muscles naturally lose flexibility and strength. That means the muscle fibers can get stiff and bunched up, which makes them much more likely to spasm during the night. Stretching before bed gently lengthens those fibers, encouraging them to fully relax. A relaxed muscle is far less likely to suddenly tighten or cramp while you're resting. Second, stretching improves blood flow. You might not think much about circulation when you're lying down, but your blood flow naturally slows at night. If your calves are already tight or slightly dehydrated, they are not getting enough oxygen or nutrients. That lack of circulation creates the perfect storm for a cramp. A gentle stretch gets things moving again. It helps your blood vessels open up, improves oxygen delivery to the muscle, and keeps everything functioning smoothly. And here's another thing we do not always think about. Tight muscles can actually press on nearby nerves. This pressure can irritate the nerves, sending mixed signals to the muscle, sometimes telling it to contract when it should be resting. By stretching, we ease that pressure and help reset the nervous system. It's like giving your legs a calm, quiet signal that says, it's time to relax. Now you might be wondering, how do I actually do this stretch? No worries, it's simple, and you can choose a version that works best for you. If you prefer sitting, just grab a sturdy chair and sit with your back straight. Extend one leg in front of you with the heel on the floor and your toes pointing up. Then, slowly lean forward from your hips, reaching toward your toes. Don't worry if you can't touch them. Just go until you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your lower leg. Hold that stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds, then switch to the other leg. Want something a little deeper? You can try the standing version. Face a wall and place both hands flat against it. Step one foot back while keeping the leg straight and the heel pressed firmly into the floor. The other leg stays forward, bent at the knee. Lean into the wall slowly until you feel a good stretch in the calf of the back leg. Again, hold it for around 30 seconds, then switch legs. Now here's something important to remember. This should never hurt. You should feel a gentle pull, not pain. If it feels too intense, ease off. And if you have limited mobility, you can always use a towel or a resistance band. Just loop it around the ball of your foot while sitting, and gently pull your toes toward you. You'll get the same benefit, but with more control and comfort. Now, you might be thinking, is this really worth doing every single night? Absolutely. Like brushing your teeth or washing your face, this little habit pays off over time. It helps prevent tightness, keeps your legs relaxed, and can seriously cut down how often you wake up with painful cramps. Plus, stretching before bed can actually help calm your whole body and make it easier to fall asleep. So tonight, before you crawl under the covers, take a minute or two to stretch out those calves. It is a small step, but it can make a big difference in how you sleep and how you feel in the morning. All right, let's move on to tip number 2, which is just as simple and just as powerful. And this one is all about using a warm compress or warm bath. Have you ever slipped into a warm bath after a long day and instantly felt your body relax? That soothing feeling is not just in your head. Warmth has a natural calming effect on our muscles, especially when it comes to preventing cramps during the night. But how does this help with leg cramps? Well, it turns out that heat is one of the easiest and most effective ways to relax tight muscles. When heat is applied to an area, it increases circulation by gently opening up blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to flow to the muscles. At the same time, it helps ease nerve sensitivity and sends a signal to your brain that it is time to rest. This combination creates the perfect environment for calming down overworked or tense muscles. Exactly what we want before bedtime. Now, you do not need to jump into a full bath every night to get these benefits. There are a few simple ways to add heat to your bedtime routine, and they do not require much time or effort at all. One of the easiest options is using a warm compress. This can be something as simple as a hot towel. Just soak a small towel in warm water, wring it out so it is not dripping, and then place it directly over your calves or feet while you sit or lie down. If the towel cools off, you can re-wet it and apply it again. This is especially comforting during the colder months when your muscles might feel a little stiffer. Another great option is a heating pad. These are widely available and very easy to use. You can plug it in, set the temperature to a gentle warmth, and lay it over your lower legs for 10 to 15 minutes before bed. Many heating pads also come with automatic timers, so you can safely use them while resting or even while drifting off to sleep. Just make sure it is not too hot. A mild warmth is all you need. We're not trying to cook the muscle, just relax it. And if you want something a little more soothing and immersive, a warm foot soak can work wonders. Fill a small tub or basin with warm water. Not too hot, just comfortably warm. You can add Epsom salt if you like, though plain water will still do the trick. Soak your feet and lower legs for 10 to 15 minutes while you unwind. You might even want to listen to calming music, read a few pages of a book, or simply close your eyes and breathe deeply. It is a wonderful way to turn your evening into a peaceful routine. But you might be wondering, when is the best time to do this? Ideally, you want to apply the heat just before bed. Think of it like winding down the engine. You are helping your muscles shift from active to restful mode. This not only reduces the chances of a nighttime cramp, but also helps you fall asleep more comfortably and stay asleep longer. And here's something to keep in mind. If you experience cold feet or poor circulation, adding warmth in the evening can make a noticeable difference. Cold muscles are more likely to cramp up, especially if they are already a little tight or undernourished. So, keeping the legs warm is more than just comfort. It is a small form of therapy. Some people like to combine this tip with a quick stretch. Heat first, then stretch. That order works well because the heat makes the muscle more pliable and responsive. But even on its own, applying heat can bring relief and reduce the chances of those painful wake-ups in the middle of the night. And if you travel often or do not have access to warm water or electricity, there are also disposable heat patches you can find at most drugstores. These can be applied directly to the skin or over thin clothing and provide a steady, low-level heat for hours. They are a great backup for days when your legs feel extra tight or after physical activity that might lead to cramps. Now, here's an important tip for you. Always test the temperature of the towel, pad, or soak before applying it. What feels warm to one person might be too hot for another, especially if you have sensitive skin or circulation issues. The goal is gentle, relaxing heat, not intense or uncomfortable warmth. So if you have ever thought to yourself, I just want something easy to relax my legs at night, this is it. You do not need fancy tools or long routines. A warm towel, a heating pad, or a basin of water can be enough to calm your muscles, boost circulation, and prepare your body for a peaceful night's sleep. So, what do you think? Are you ready to try adding a warm compress or a soothing foot soak to your nighttime routine? We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know how you unwind before bed. Or if you've already tried these tips, tell us about your experience. And with that, we're ready to move on to tip number 3. Elevate your legs, yet another easy but powerful addition to your bedtime routine. Now, here's a question. Have you ever noticed how your legs sometimes feel heavy, achy, or even a little swollen by the end of the day? That's a pretty common experience, especially if you've been standing or sitting for long stretches. What many people don't realize is that this buildup of pressure in the legs can actually contribute to nighttime cramps, and that's where elevating your legs comes in. So, how does something as simple as putting your feet up help with muscle cramps? First off, when we sit or stand for long periods, gravity pulls fluid down into the lower part of the body. Over time, that fluid can start to pool in the legs and feet, putting extra pressure on the veins, muscles, and even the nerves in the calves. That buildup can lead to swelling, poor circulation, and, you guessed it, a greater chance of cramping up during the night. By raising the legs slightly above the level of your heart, even for just 10 to 15 minutes, you help reverse that process. Elevation allows gravity to work in your favor by encouraging blood and fluid to flow back toward the upper body. This not only improves circulation, but also reduces pressure in the lower legs and helps your muscles relax more fully. It's a simple way to reduce the tension and heaviness that can silently contribute to those painful nighttime spasms. Now, you might be wondering, how high do I need to raise my legs? The good news is, you do not have to go extreme here. Just a gentle elevation, about 6 to 12 inches above the level of your heart, is enough to make a difference. You can do this by lying down on your back and propping your legs up on a few pillows, or by using a cushion, wedge pillow, or even the armrest of a couch. Whatever feels stable and comfortable for you is perfect. And the timing? Ideally, you want to do this in the evening, about 15 to 30 minutes before bed. This gives your body enough time to reduce any swelling or fluid buildup from the day and helps your legs feel lighter and more relaxed as you wind down. Now, while you're resting in this position, it's a great time to simply breathe deeply, close your eyes, and enjoy the stillness. You might even combine this with soft music, a calming podcast, or a short meditation. Something that signals to your entire body that it's time to let go of the tension from the day. Some people like to elevate their legs while lying in bed, using a leg wedge or stack of pillows under their knees and calves. That's totally fine, as long as you're comfortable and not putting pressure on your lower back. In fact, sleeping with your legs slightly elevated can be especially helpful for those who experience restless legs, swelling, or frequent nighttime cramps. Just be sure to keep your legs supported evenly. We don't want any odd bends or angles that could cause discomfort or strain. Now, here's something worth noting. If you have varicose veins, poor circulation, or any type of venous insufficiency, elevating your legs can offer even more noticeable benefits. Not only does it reduce the pressure inside those veins, but it also supports healthier blood flow, which can help ease leg fatigue and lower the chances of cramping overnight. Even if your legs feel fine during the day, this little act of prevention can go a long way. One more thing, this tip can be especially helpful if you've been more active than usual, walked a lot, or done any kind of exercise. After movement, your muscles might feel tight or overworked. Giving them a short break in an elevated position allows them to drain, rest, and recover. And that recovery can help prevent those middle-of-the-night leg jolts. And remember, like the other tips we've talked about, consistency is key. You do not need to do it for hours. Just 10 to 15 minutes each night as part of your winding down routine can make a real difference. Think of it as giving your legs a well-earned break. A quiet reset before bed. So if you've ever found yourself massaging your calves in the middle of the night, or dreading that sudden jolt of pain that seems to come out of nowhere, this is one simple habit to start tonight. You might be surprised how much lighter, calmer, and cramp-free your legs feel when you give them just a little help at the end of the day. So far, we've stretched our calves, added warmth to relax the muscles, and elevated our legs to support better circulation. These simple steps already do a lot to prevent nighttime cramps, but there's one more tip we cannot skip. It is tip number 4. Enjoy a magnesium-rich evening snack. Now here's a question. What if your bedtime snack could actually help your muscles relax and reduce the chance of waking up with painful cramps? That is exactly what certain foods can do when they're packed with the right nutrients, especially magnesium. You may have heard about magnesium before, but many people don't realize just how essential it is for healthy muscle function. Magnesium plays a major role in helping your muscles contract and relax smoothly. When your body does not have enough of it, those muscles can become jumpy, tight, and more likely to cramp, especially during the night. But how does magnesium actually work in the body to prevent leg cramps? First off, magnesium helps regulate the signals between your nerves and muscles. Think of it like a traffic controller, helping everything flow smoothly and calmly. When your magnesium levels are low, those nerve signals can get a little too excited, and your muscles might respond with a sudden cramp, even when you're fast asleep. Magnesium also works closely with calcium. Now, you might be wondering, why is calcium involved here? Well, calcium is what makes your muscles contract, or tighten in the first place. It's like the on switch for muscle action. When calcium is released into the muscle cells, it triggers contraction, allowing the muscle to tighten and work, which is essential when you're moving around or exercising. However, once the muscle has contracted, it needs to relax, and that's where magnesium comes in. Magnesium helps to counterbalance calcium's action by promoting muscle relaxation. When magnesium is present, it signals the muscle fibers to release the tension, essentially flipping the off switch and allowing the muscle to loosen. Think of it like a team effort. Calcium is the contractor that builds the tension, while magnesium is the worker that comes in to smooth things out and ease the muscles back into a relaxed state. Without enough magnesium, this balance is disrupted and muscles may stay in a contracted, tense state for longer periods. This is a key reason why people who are low in magnesium often experience cramps and muscle spasms, especially at night when the body is supposed to be resting. This imbalance of calcium and magnesium can cause muscles to remain tight, making cramps and spasms more likely, especially during sleep when your body should be in a state of relaxation. That's why adding magnesium-rich foods to your routine, particularly in the evening, can make a noticeable difference in preventing cramps and promoting better muscle relaxation. Magnesium also works to calm the nervous system. It regulates neurotransmitters that send signals between your brain and muscles, helping to turn off any unnecessary tension. In simple terms, magnesium tells your muscles when it's time to unwind. Without it, muscles might stay in a tense, almost hyperactive state, which can cause those frustrating leg cramps to happen at night. Now, you do not have to turn to supplements right away. In fact, for most people, simply including a magnesium-rich snack in the evening is a safe and natural way to help support muscle health, and it can be delicious too. Some great options include bananas, which offer not only magnesium, but also potassium and fiber. A small banana in the evening is easy on the stomach, naturally sweet, and helps muscles wind down for the night. Another excellent snack is a small handful of almonds. Almonds are packed with magnesium, healthy fats, and protein, all of which can help your muscles stay calm and support steady energy while you sleep. Just keep your portion small, around 10 to 12 almonds, so it's light enough for the evening. If you enjoy something creamy or refreshing, a yogurt bowl topped with pumpkin seeds is another smart choice. Both pumpkin seeds and yogurt offer a good amount of magnesium, plus a little protein and calcium to help your body relax and recharge. Or, if you like smoothies, try blending some spinach with banana and a splash of almond milk for a cooling, magnesium-rich drink that's perfect after dinner. Now, here's something really important to keep in mind. If you have kidney disease or compromised kidney function, you must be cautious with magnesium-rich foods. The kidneys are responsible for filtering excess magnesium from the blood. When the kidneys are not working properly, magnesium can build up in the body to unsafe levels. So, if you've been diagnosed with kidney issues, it's very important to talk to your doctor before adding any high magnesium foods to your diet. The same goes for people with diabetes. While many of these foods are generally healthy, they still contain natural sugars or carbohydrates that can affect blood sugar levels, especially if eaten too close to bedtime. If you're managing diabetes, choose lower sugar options like a few almonds or plain Greek yogurt without added sweeteners. And, of course, always check with your healthcare provider or dietitian to make sure your choices support your overall blood sugar goals. And no matter your health status, here's a universal rule of thumb. Enjoy your snack at least 2 hours before bed. This gives your body enough time to digest it properly, absorb the nutrients, and avoid any discomfort that might interfere with your sleep. Eating too close to bedtime can sometimes cause indigestion or disrupt your sleep cycle, so a little time buffer makes a big difference. Another bonus of these magnesium-rich foods is that they don't just help with muscle cramps. They also support better sleep, heart health, and relaxation overall. That's why this step fits so beautifully into a nighttime routine. It's nourishing for both the body and the mind. If you're already following the other tips we've talked about, stretching using warmth, and elevating your legs, adding a small, smart snack completes the picture. It's like giving your muscles one final gift before sleep: calm, balanced support from the inside out. And remember, the goal here is not a heavy meal, just a light targeted snack that brings in that helpful dose of magnesium. Stick with it for a few nights and see how your legs feel. Many people start noticing fewer cramps, deeper sleep, and a more relaxed body overall. So tonight, if your stomach is calling for a little something before bed, consider reaching for one of these gentle, magnesium-rich options. And always listen to your body, because even small changes, when done consistently, can lead to big relief. And there you have it. 4 simple yet powerful tips to help you sleep better, wake up feeling more refreshed, and say goodbye to those dreaded nighttime leg cramps. If these tips resonate with you, don't keep them to yourself. Like this video so it can reach more people who are struggling with cramps and help make their golden years more comfortable. Also, share it with a friend, comment below, and let us know which tip worked best for you, and subscribe for more easy, effective solutions to improve your health.